Hey everyone, in this lesson we're going to be working with just one page today, 695. We're going to do two different parts of the lesson, but they kind of go together, so we just did one page. So I want to talk a little bit more about centimeters and meters. I know we kind of covered it a little bit in the last lesson, but we're going to go a little more in depth with it. So as you can see, it says you can use different units of length to measure the same object. So if we measure this basketball hoop behind this girl, it says the basketball hoop is about 3 meters tall. Okay, so we know 3 meters, 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So if I have to figure out 3 meters, that would be 300, okay? So here's our little hint here, 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 1 doesn't have my writing tool. Now I can write. So if we have 1 meter at 100 centimeters, we would have 2 meters, which would be 200 centimeters. There's my lovely writing. And so then 3 meters would be 300 little teeny zeros centimeters. Okay, so the nice thing about the metric system is that it uses this great progression of tens, and so I can just use this kind of idea. 1 meter is 100 centimeters, 2 is 200, 3 is 300 to help me measure in different ways. Okay, so let's look and see. And the reason I didn't have you do this is just because I know a lot of people will have a meter stick. I know I only have the yardstick. So what they would have us do is measure the door or the chair or the desk. And so I'm gonna use my chair and we're gonna measure it. Actually, because it's only a yardstick, I can't do that. Never mind, I'll just have to go with it. But if I measured this, and I measured it in centimeters. Okay, and let's just say, let's say that my chair, I'll measure my chair. Let's do it anyway, right? Let's have fun with this. Okay, so here's my chair. It's kind of hard to see. If I put it down on the floor, I know that each one of these is 45. So let's measure. Can you see there? Nope, it's way down there. There's one set of 45. All right, so 45 and it's upside down. Ah, sorry guys, this is making it kind of tricky. Let's do 45 and 40. So if we add those together, 40 plus 40 is 80, and then 5 more would be 85. So if my chair is 85 centimeters, how many meters would that be? Well, it doesn't even get us to 1 meter, does it? So does it make sense to measure it with a meter stick? Yeah, because a meter, it would be as long as a meter, so it would make it really nice. Now let's say if this was 185 centimeters, then it would be 1 meter and a little bit more, almost 2 meters, right? So that's another reason why I didn't have us do it that way. It's kind of hard when we have those different ones. So what you will be doing today, let's get down to it, is choosing which tool is going to make more sense, just like we did with our using a ruler or a tape measure or yardstick. We're going to have our two options of using either a centimeter ruler or a meter stick. Which one would make more sense, okay? So a centimeter ruler measures smaller objects because it's easier to move around. It just makes it a little simpler. And a meter stick would be great for measuring those larger objects like hallways and different things like that. So if I was measuring my lunchbox here, the easier one to use would be the centimeter ruler. All right, so what you're going to be doing today is finding those different things and measuring them. Now this one says that we're going to measure the doorway this way. We're going to measure an easel, which I actually didn't even have any in the classroom, did I? And then a eraser, okay? So I would have to choose and decide which one's going to be the easiest to measure these with. Well, I'm thinking about the doors at the school, and they are definitely longer than my ruler is, right? They're longer than that, so it would make sense to use a meter stick. So here, I keep forgetting I have to get my writing tool. Meters. And if I measured it, each door is about 3 feet, which is about 1 meter, so that'd probably be about 2 meters long. And remember, I want to make sure I tell people what I'm measuring in, so I put my M for meters. Alright, an easel. It would probably be easier to measure. It's probably about the height of my chair, so I would think a meter stick would make it easier. And it would be about 1 meter, I would think. It would be about 1 meter. Maybe a little more. Alright, for my eraser, would it make sense to use a big long meter stick? Not really. This one would definitely make more sense to use our centimeter ruler. And we'd measure that out, and again, I'm just going to use my hands like I did before when we measured the eraser. Let's make sure that's the right end. It's not. Good thing I looked. So if I measure my hand, I can see my thumb comes about to the 9. So it would be about 9, and then this one, remember, I'm writing it in centimeters. I want to make sure that I label it correctly. Okay. So let's take a look. Of course, they're going to vary. All right, does it not want to change pages for me? I guess not. We're stuck on this one. Let's see. So yours, you're going to be doing the homework page. Okay, that's weird. It says homework, but it's not showing it. Anyways, you're going to be doing the homework page, and it has you measure a car. You can go out in the driveway and measure your car. It says to measure a shoe, and a fork, and a table. So those are all things you should have around your house. You can go out and measure them and choose that tool that you're going to use that's going to make more sense. And if you don't happen to have a centimeter meter stick, that's the word I'm looking for. If you don't have to have a meter stick, you can find tape measures that have centimeters and meters. Mine just, this one for some reason doesn't. So good luck to you, and I'm excited to see all of your awesome work.